this bill takes the Attorney General's Immigrant Trust Directive and locks it into statute. It prohibits police from asking about immigration status, restricts cooperation with federal authorities, limits detention, inserts special court procedures before immigration status can even be considered in a criminal case. Prosecutors must go to a judge outside the presence of a jury if they believe immigration status affects flight risk or credibility. We know exactly how this plays out in the real world. We just saw it in Teaneck. An 8-year-old little girl was seriously injured, a fractured skull, after being struck in the head with a rock hurled by a criminal migrant with an extensive record, including catch, release, catch, release, catch, release. Not coincidentally, this happened to happen in the same town represented by one of the sponsors of A4071 last time we did this tango. At some point, the facts speak for themselves. And I have to ask, where's the outrage for her? We're so concerned about what's happening and how, might I add, undocumented immigrant families feel. Where's the outrage for Agnes's family? I don't see it. Does that not count? What are we doing to make sure that doesn't happen again? Because what we have here is the opposite. We're putting into statute policies that make it harder for law enforcement to coordinate, harder to detain, harder to act when there's already warning signs. And that is not difficult to understand. And from a parent's perspective, I don't know about you, I'm a mother of daughters, and I know some of you are too. It is jarring to watch this body pretend that this is not an issue. This fear is not imagined. This fear is real. That little girl matters. Her safety matters. The safety of every child in this state matters. You know, I wrote a piece about this for the Blue magazine in 2019. I was a freeholder in Sussex County at that time. And I wrote about that one of the blinders that advocates for this bill had on was that you weren't considering the safety and welfare of women and children who were non-nationals, non-citizens of the United States, from South America, from Central America, who were being trafficked to this country and exploited, sold, assaulted, and sometimes even worse. Where is the empathy for those people? Let me say this. No one is claiming every single person that's here in this country without documentation means to cause us harm or has nefarious intent. Likewise, we are not saying that everybody here is safe. And unfortunately, what I'm hearing from your side is sunshine, roses, and puppy dogs. Everybody is wonderful. Let's all hug. It's ridiculous. Stop pretending like there aren't violent criminal migrants, gang members, people who mean to do our kids harm and have done it again and again and again, because we can't have a serious conversation. You don't like if we demonize everybody who's here without documentation. Well, I don't like that you pretend a little girl's fractured skull doesn't matter, or a mother and daughter in Lakewood mowed down by an illegal drunk driver. That's okay, that didn't happen, right? Well, look, oh no, we don't see that. Nothing to see here. Look, see, it's right in front of you. Sussex County, let's go back to 2019. We did a ballot initiative. It asked the general public whether or not we should cooperate with, at the time, Attorney General Rule's Immigrant Trust Directive. And we said no, because we had an incident in Sussex County where we had an illegal migrant who was a criminal who viciously attacked and sexually assaulted a young girl, and he couldn't be held. And he was released, and you know what he did? You can read about it in the New Jersey Herald. That was our local paper at the time. They found him hiding in the victim's basement. So we grabbed them, and ICE came, and they took him. And that's exactly what should happen. And we voted in Sussex County to allocate county resources, and the taxpayers voted overwhelmingly to support that we could use county resources, money, funds, equipment, to support our sheriff when we could help ICE operations. This is why the New Jersey State Association of Chiefs of Police opposed this bill, because you're trying to add obstacles, and it's ridiculous. We should be standing with victims. We should be standing with families and standing with law enforcement. Instead, we're asking to make these ridiculous policies permanent. I can't support that. If you can't admit that there is any issue with criminal migrants hurting our children, hurting women that do not belong here, then I cannot even take you seriously. It's a joke.